So it's June. How's your creative project going? Does that question give you a sting of panic or maybe a twinge of guilt for being behind on your targeted deadline? Or has 2023 just been so crazy in real life that your project isn't just on the back burner, it fell completely off the stove? Don't worry, you're not the only one who feels that way. And today we're going to get you back motivated so you can get back to work on your project and finish it before 2023 ends. The good news is we're only 6 months in. Hey everyone, I'm Claire with Sage Green Creative, formerly Claire Creates. And today we're going to get you back on track to get back creating. The first step is to step back and take a deep breath. And congratulate yourself too. So many people talk about doing a fun creative project someday, but good on you. No matter how busy you are, no matter what you got going on in your real everyday life, you still said, what the heck, I'm gonna be creative as well. And that's not an easy thing to do. It's not an easy decision to make either. So truly, congratulations. So how do you get back into the spirit of being creative again? Well, I recommend to remember why you started in the first place. Starting a creative project is an exciting and energizing experience, especially when you just came up with the idea and you're so excited you can't wait to get started. However, as time goes on and life gets busy, it can be easy to lose sight of why you started in the first place, and that original spark can get faded. So if you're starting to feel like you're just going through the motions of being busy on the project instead of feeling the passion of creativity, it is a great idea to remember why you started, and hopefully that ignites the spark that you first had, and it could feel like you're starting over again even though it's the same project. So whether you're writing a book, designing a website, or creating art, there definitely was a reason why you started. Nobody told you to do that. You just got the idea and you went out and started doing it. Maybe you wanted to express yourself or share your story or just challenge yourself creatively. Whatever the reason why you started, it really is important to remember it, especially when things start to feel overwhelming or maybe you're feeling like it will never happen. That's especially when you need to start going back to your past self and feel that energy again. And I know from past experience, a lot of times just remembering why I started really can get me through even the most, uncreative days. Like, have you heard the expression, passion fuels purpose? I actually think about that a lot, and it does help me get through, especially if it's just starting to feel like a process and not like being creative at all. So it really can help you get through and just push through and be consistent with your project. The other big reason why you want to remember why you started is it can help you be in tune with your original idea, because it's easy to get influenced by others, especially if you're getting feedback or critiques. You might lose your original voice or your original idea of your project. So by remembering why you started and being consistent with it, it helps bring your original vision to life. And one way to help keep it fresh is to write down the reason on a piece of paper or a journal entry, because the act of writing it down really helps the brain to remember that original passion, that original spark, and really help remind you of where you were in that headspace when you first got the idea. If journaling is not your thing, you could easily just do like a post-it note, and that's a great idea too, because then you could just post it on your laptop, on your monitor, or whatever workspace you're working with, and just have it by you. Some people do it on their mirror, like write a message on the mirror in the morning. Just keeping that vision in your sight, so it's in your mind, because out of sight, out of mind. So it really does help to write it down and get reconnected with that idea. Also, if you're starting to feel overwhelmed with the day-to-day motions of your creative project, sometimes taking a break really does help. You probably heard that advice before, but it really helps to step back, get fresh perspective. Some people like going for walks or working out, or small vacation, like a weekend getaway kind of thing. And I don't mean anything expensive, like just going driving to your next town that you normally wouldn't ever drive to. So I think just getting a change of scenery, I think is where I'm going with that, more than the travel, really helps freshen your perspective. And you never know what ideas you'll, I don't like to walk outside, but when I'm driving, I get all kinds of ideas. So by going on a longer drive than you normally would, you really never know what kind of fresh ideas you'll get. Maybe you see something interesting on the road, or something cool is happening and it gives you an idea. So just changing your scenery, because when you're stuck in your office or your workspace or your studio, you know, it could be easy to just feel stagnant and just like, oh, I don't want to be in here anymore. So it's okay to take breaks, set timers. That helps me a lot. The Pomodoro method helps a lot. But taking breaks is really important. And, you know, especially if you're like just feeling totally blah, like you don't even want to look at your creative project, that's time to take a break for sure. And also, sharing your progress really helps me get the creative juices flowing again. Just something talking about creativity gets me really excited, sometimes emotional, and it's just really amazing to hear other people's stories about being a creative and their experiences being a creative. But it's really great to share behind the scenes on Twitter and TikTok, not just to grow your accounts, but you never know who you're going to inspire by sharing your behind the scenes and your struggles and how you get through those struggles. Because I mean, that's kind of you know, what this channel is about, is, you know, learning through my past mistakes to help somebody else. And that's really why I wanted to make content, was to help inspire other creatives. Because I know, like, especially for writers, and I'm sure artists too, because it looks like it takes a long time to make a painting sometimes. So, you know, if you're in a project that takes a long time, sharing your progress, sharing your behind the scenes, sharing your workspace, that kind of a thing, I find it helps keep me accountable. And then also, it just, like I said, it's just really inspiring to get connected with other creatives, and also help inspire others by sharing what you're doing. So just don't get too distracted on Twitter. I do that all the time, especially if I'm asking a question on Twitter about my project or something like that. You got to be careful of the rabbit holes. But yeah, the biggest tip is just to remember why you started. You might have heard that advice before, but it's an easy one to forget. Especially if it feels like you're the only one stuck or you're the only one behind. You know, there's no shame in that. You're doing a great job. Just keep going. Like, it's really amazing that you, like, everybody's super busy these days and you still decided to go after this creative project of yours. So, you know, focus on that and focus on how exciting it is to be a creative. So I hope that helps. And if you have any tips, leave a comment down below. Hit the subscribe button. I make new videos every Saturday and Sunday. This is a different setup because I am house sitting for my parents, so I brought my tripod with me, and so you probably won't see this background again. But I am going to be more consistent, and I'm going to start taking my own advice, because I'm going to give advice, but I don't take it. So yeah, anyway, new videos every Saturday and Sunday. Saturdays plan with me is because I'm obsessed with Happy Planner, and then Sundays is to get you guys started with the new week with a creative, motivated mindset, and to help you stay organized and balanced with real life and your creative projects. So if that sounds good to you, hit subscribe. And yeah, let's go out there and create. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.